I've learned from the forest that I really need to be adaptable when I'm doing my work with Cabin. The forest is a very dynamic ecosystem. It's always changing. No two places are the same. And managing people can be a very dynamic thing as well. So learning to be adaptable, learning to change your communication style, learning to not try to do the same thing with everyone, the same as we can't do the same thing with every piece of forest.
So when we started the company, we wanted to, as foresters, practice sustainable forestry, leave a positive legacy in the communities we were working in, be trusted professionals providing forestry services, also treat our staff well, make sure they could grow, reach their potential, and make sure they're earning a good paycheck and are safe, come home safe every day. So those were kind of our core principles is, a bunch of dudes in our late 20s. We wanted to be top tier company, treating people well, practicing really good forestry.
Fast forward to today, and that has now grown to two separate companies. That one's a project management company that offers operation services in 3 different sectors. And then on the Cabin resource management side, we still offer forest development and forest engineering services, but we've grown the GIS and analysis end of the services offerings there for forestry, and we still offer heritage, archaeological services. We offer wildfire planning services, which we didn't back at the beginning, and we offer remote piloted RPAS systems services. So yeah, it's grown and changed significantly over 12 years.
Sustainability is meeting the needs of the present without impacting the abilities of future generations to meet their own needs. And that's something we think about quite a bit. Every day we're making lots of decisions that, if I'm lucky, I'll see the result of in my career. And more than likely, I might not see the result of in my lifetime. So we need to be really careful when we make those decisions that we're making what we believe is the right one. Sometimes we might not, and we need to be quick to adapt and make sure that we intervene at the right times or don't intervene at the right times and let nature make the call.
There's a lot of opportunity that's already being taken advantage of to leverage remote sensing for environmental stewardship. And I can only see that increasing over time, and people having the ability to access data is going to become a lot easier over time as well with a lot of the open data that's out there.
Interest as I work closer and closer with First Nations communities. We can start using archaeology to support the same interests that the Crown has in the public education, the historical, the economic, the scientific values of cultural heritage. These are values shared by communities, and collaboration and just beginning to start a project by asking to collaborate opens up those doors to have those conversations and just approach business in a different way.
I work for a company that it's very front and center for them, and they want to work really hard with local Indigenous communities to try and strengthen them and encourage them and be allies. That's really important.
Like, we do a lot of restoration work, and that's just it. We call it feel-good work, feel-good projects, because we get to enhance salmon habitat, we get to protect bird nesting habitat, and we get to do all these really fun things and actually have like a positive impact. And you can feel it, like our crews just feel better when we work on projects like that. So
there's been a long history kind of pushing innovation and forward thinking within Cabin, which has been super great, and that flows from the top down. So that's really important, and they embrace that a lot.
It's pretty easy to get the stoke factor going within the crews, even talking about the work, showcasing the areas, the community engagement a lot of the times too gets the stoke factor going.
We're able to facilitate that connection to nature. We're providing the public a way to get to places they've never been before or seen or experienced.
And the teams we have now have never been stronger, and we can achieve great things.
If you don't enjoy the people you're working with every day, you're not going to have much of a stoke factor come to work.
I have been with Cabin for 12 years.
10 years.
9.5 years.
5 years.
It's my 4th year.
4th year.
2.5 years ago.
8.5 years.
Over 10 years.
It's been 27 years with Cabin, and it's been an excellent ride.
Stoke factor at Cabin is real. It's high.
Yeah, we work as hard as we play.
That's probably the comment I've gotten the most this year is like, oh man, have you ridden Spankies? Did you guys do that? It's like, yeah, we did.
Anytime I have family or friends in town, I take them to various sites throughout the province. Really cool projects that we built, and then to see my family and friends light up with how cool it is, like that to me is really rewarding.
we want to make sure that the people making decisions are making those decisions with the best information possible. And our job is to collect that information and present it in a way that people can understand and that people can interpret and that people can apply when they make decisions.
And so we want to work on legacy projects. We want to work on things that are going to leave a lasting positive impact. That all comes together and everything aligns, then we put our best effort in on those projects and they come out looking amazing.
We have those core principles that guide the staff and give them direction and get them stoked about working here. And I think that's going to just continue for the next couple of decades. We may pivot and do something new that we've never done before, or we may drop something that we're doing now, but it doesn't matter. I think the core values is what's going to guide us moving forward.